today we're talking about SEWJO. Cutting out 1,000,000 pattern pieces and getting that fit right. Doesn't look like much, does it? Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Marie and today we're talking about SEWJO. Normally I make videos about sewing and I share what I make, but today I wanted to talk about what happens when you don't make, when the inspiration isn't coming to you, what to do when you want to boost your SEWJO. I saw a video by Cara from So Mad where she shares her top tips to boost your SEWJO. I really liked that video, I learned a lot from it. And in the video, she encourages everyone to share their own tips. So that's what I'm doing. I'm sharing what I do when my motivation is just not there. So grab yourself a drink or a snack. I'll just wait a second so you can all get super comfortable and then we'll just head on into the first tip. My first tip to just get over that hurdle is to start simple. That can be a tote bag, it can be a simple t-shirt or a pattern I've made a lot of times before. Starting simple really takes away that hurdle of cutting out 1,000,000 pattern pieces and getting that fit right. It's just getting back in the comfort zone and then afterwards you can start getting a bit more complicated again. I'll link a few patterns that I really like when I want to make something simple down in the description box. So if you're interested, you can have a look over there. The second tip I have is to go to your fabric stash and have a rummage through what you have. It's also something that Cara mentions in her video. Why I like to do it is because it calms my mind a little bit. To kind of take inventory, see what I have. All of these fabrics are there because for some reason you were drawn to them. So let that inspire you. When I'm extra motivated, I even completely fold out all the pieces of fabric and measure them so that I know exactly how much fabric I have, which makes it easier to kind of think about possible projects. Now, I don't do this every time. Sometimes just folding and neating up your fabric stash is enough to really get inspired. So clean out your fabric stash, take care of your fabric. That's very, very inspiring to me. My next tip is maybe a little bit of a strange one, and it's to knit something. Hold on, let me explain. How do I explain this? First of all, I'm not really a big knitter. I knit some socks every now and again. Currently, I'm knitting these socks. Doesn't look like much, does it? They're the Sunday socks by Petite Knit. I've been knitting it for a good few weeks. And then at the beginning of winter, I knitted this jumper, which is the I'm Obsessed jumper by... Oh, I can't remember. I will link it down below. Anyway, so I do knit sometimes, but every time I start knitting, I am so appreciative of how fast sewing can go. And then it just all of a sudden inspires me to make something quick, just to get that urge to finish something out of my system. And it's not really a conscious thing. Like I noticed it recently, and then I thought about it a little bit more, and I realized whenever I'm knitting, I'm kind of also thinking about possible sewing things that I want to make. And I think it's just because the pace is different and not having a thing that takes weeks and weeks and weeks. So yeah, maybe try it out. Maybe it will help you. Maybe I'm the only person that has this weird thing, but knitting helps me find my SEWJO back. Let me know if I'm the only one. I find that sometimes I just don't know what to make. The first thing I tend to do is go on social media, but I have to be honest, going on social media when I'm already a little bit overwhelmed is not a good idea. Some people seem to have a lot of time, a lot of inspiration, a lot of money to make all of these things. And instead of inspiring me, it kind of just like overwhelms me. When this happens, I take a step back, I shut that down and I go analog. I have a few books that I really like to use to kind of just get my creative juices flowing. And the first one is the Fashionpedia. A very good friend of mine gave this for my birthday a few years ago now. And it's a pretty book, but it's also been very, very helpful to me. If you have never heard of this, it's kind of like a Bible of all things clothing and fashion. What I mainly use it for are the pages all about different types of clothing and all kinds of details. And it's just been extremely helpful for me when I'm just kind of stuck. And this kind of just opens up the possibilities for just new inspiration. I really enjoy, for example, this page about different sleeves. It has a whole page about pockets. I just really enjoy this. The fact that it's in a book, it's very relaxing to just flick through these pages, and I have had a lot of good inspiration from this one. I have a few books about other topics, for example, this one. And this is one specifically about textiles. It's called Textilepedia. This one is all about, fabrics. They talk about fabric types, different yarns, different weaves, different knits. I think it's a bit more technical than this one, but it's just nice to flick through it. You learn a little bit of something. Out of the two, I have used this one most, but yeah, this one is definitely also very interesting to have. Now, obviously, these are not the only two sewing books out there. Sometimes having a nice magazine helps. I like the Fiber Mood magazines because of the beautiful pictures. The Tauko magazines, they have super interesting articles and it's a little bit more broad. Yeah, so I think there is a lot of analog information out there, and you don't only have to look online for your inspiration, in my opinion. My last tip might be a little bit controversial, but it's to do nothing. Just because you are a sewist doesn't mean you have to be sewing all the time. Maybe you feel the pressure to sew because you see everyone around you on social media or in your real life making these amazing things, but don't let social media and people around you pressure you to make new things all the time. You don't have to be sewing right now. If you feel like right now you have other priorities, that's fine. So here's your friendly reminder that you don't have to be productive, you don't have to be sewing, you can also just watch Netflix for a weekend or going for a walk or go fishing, you know, that's also fine. Anyway, I'm rambling a bit, but you get what I mean, right? And those were my tips. I hope you found them helpful. Obviously, everyone is different, but I hope you found some of them interesting and then you make it your own. I would love to know what you do to get yourself out of a sewing slump. We can all inspire each other and get sewing this year. So let us know in the comments. If you're looking for more inspiration, you can always check out my other videos. And if you like what you see, do consider subscribing. It means a lot to me. It's super motivating and yeah, it makes me want to make more videos. So thank you for subscribing. Happy sewing or not sewing, and I will see you next time. Bye!